That's a good song to wake up to, ain't it, Billy?
Always, man. I mean, the pride is always a good song.
All right, let me ask you a question. After I'm done sharing this, I got to ask you a question about Rocky Top.
And
I want to know what the people think. Because there's got to be more people that think like me. Got to be. I'm going to share this around. I'm going to put this in Slice of Football with Cheese. If y'all on Facebook, if y'all ain't joined that group, that's Travis Henry's. Billy's former teammate started him a Facebook page.
Cheese. Oh,
Cheese. Is it true they gave him that nickname Cheese because he was harder to cut than a government block of cheese? That's what I heard. Is that true?
If it ain't, I like it better.
I don't know where I got that from, but I got it from somewhere.
Oh, man, I like it.
I never had a government block of cheese, but I hear they're pretty rough.
But it tastes so good, though.
Does it? Is it better than Velveeta?
Yes.
No, come on.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing better than Velveeta.
You ain't never had a slice then.
I want to know in the comment section. Real cheese, which is Velveeta, or Cracker Barrel Sharp. What's your favorite cheese? I want to know what your favorite. Mine's Velveeta. You can't make pimento cheese sandwiches without Velveeta. Period. Period.
Oh, man. Oh, this is too funny, man. David already on you, man.
What's he saying?
Man, David said, good morning, man. He said, surprised to see Catfish up this early. Laughed out loud.
Tell him the truth. Tell him the truth.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even wake him up this morning. Actually, I wasn't going to wake him up this morning. I was just going to do the show and let him sleep in.
I knew that's what he's going to do. That's why I got up.
And I did that because I knew he was going to get up because it's Friday. Because there was going to be a chance he might get back on the road. And it's going to be a long time, a while before he gets back here. So I knew he was going to get up. I did that reverse psychology thing. It works, guys. Try it.
Now, let me tell y'all the truth before we get the show started. I thought I heard something creaking coming up the steps. I said, uh-oh, that's Worm. And I said, you know what I was going to do this morning?
You going to jump out?
No. I was going to have a camera set up in the corner, and then I was going to be behind the door, and you was going to open the door, and you was going to creak, catfish. And then you was going to go over to the bed because I was going to have it set up where it looked like somebody's in there. You was going to think I was dead, and then I was going to get you, and I was going to have it on tape. But I knew I had to decide between that or a shower. And I chose the shower because I don't do good in the morning without a shower. I can't wake up that what was that soap commercial? You had to wake up to something. What soap was that?
Was that the Irish Spring?
Irish Spring, that was it. But I got Old Spice body gel, so that's what I use. You can smell it for days in here after I take a shower. Billy knows when I take a shower, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Cause Isaac the same way. I mean, I'm like, what is that smell? I'm thinking somebody got my cologne or something like that. It smells good.
It is good.
It is good.
See, people think because I'm a truck driver and my handle's Catfish that I don't know anything about hygiene.
All right. Hygiene is key, man. You got to smell good.
I took a shower last night. Took one this morning. Had to take one last night because I smelled like a cigar. Was that the Legends of Tennessee, which we're going to talk about. But before we get too far, Billy, tell them who we are.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys? What's up? Hey, we got your boy Billy Ratliff here and my main man Bobby C here at the Volunteer Roadshow, guys. We're going to get this party started. What's really going on, Bobby?
Am I really your main man?
Hey, you the main man right now, man. Most definitely. Ace.
I don't know why I got these headsets on, but they make me look official. And they even on backwards. I'm going to put them on right. So y'all think I'm listening to some. I'm listening to our producer. We so high tech, we got a producer over here, Mr. Producer. And he's got to talk to me and he's got to cue me in.
Oh, man. Since you said that, I realized that situation the last time we was on the show. Like, why do I got my headsets on?
I noticed that one too.
I was like, we don't have any phone calls anymore. We need to get that started back. So we get some call-ins, man. Listen to the people too. And I know the people and they comment. We got to get the call-in show back, man.
We're going to get it back. I'm working on a couple of tweaks. We're going to change out our call board and get a different board, sound board, hopefully next week. So we're gonna get it where we can do a show from anywhere, have multiple mics. That's the trick right now. Is we're dealing with one rinky-dink mic right now, which isn't the greatest. It picks up a squirrel's fart across the street and picks up everything. I got the mic game all the way down. I just know that. I talk louder than most people because I'm deaf. And anyway.
People already saying it, man. The phone calls are awesome.
Yeah, we got to get the phone calls back. As soon as we can get Zoom to make an outbound call to our call board, we'll have it whooped. That's right, Tiger Cat. That's what you can. You can hear one across the street with this mic. This is the worst mic in the country. Maybe I won't talk so loud if I got these dang headsets. I'm taking them off.
Oh man!
Tell everybody where we were last night in case you didn't see our live stream. Tell them, Billy. Who all did we see? We saw some big names down there.
There's some guys out last night, man. Jason Swain was out, and of course, Juice, Jabari Davis, Terry Fair was there, Ben Talley.
Jason Swain was it? We saw Swain.
Tony Robinson was in there.
T-Rob, yeah.
He was
that was one of my first. Jimmy Streeter was my first number one. I like Jimmy Streeter, but T-Rob, I'm going to tell you something. T-Rob was a baller. I don't know if you had a chance to really get to know him personally or anything.
I know him. I mean, I don't know him like I know you.
Yeah.
I've only met him a few times at events and stuff. And of course, when at those events, I really have a time to really chat. And of course, I'm not the chatty type anyway, man. I'm always behind the scenes watching everybody, just looking at everybody having a good time. And as soon as I get over there with them, they want me to associate with them and drink and stuff. So I try to stay back because I don't want to drink like that.
That's why you stayed in the corner all night last night. I was down hobnobbing with all these big time VFLs, and I look over trying to get Billy's attention. He's over there in the corner eating some chicken wings.
Hey, I was doing it on purpose, man, because if I got eye contact with you, it's like, come here.
Yeah, I was over there hobnobbing with Terry Fair. I about had him on the show, and I was waiting for him to get done talking so I can bring him over. And Billy, we couldn't do it. We had to go. We had a little emergency, but we'll get him on the show. We're going to get T Fair on the show.
I started feeling bad last night, man. I had to get out of there, man. I didn't want everybody to see me puking everywhere.
Yeah, he was turning green, and if I could tell he's turning green, he was sick.
I think it was the cigar smoke, man.
But that was outside. I don't know that we picked up a sponsor. I'm gonna show y'all so y'all don't. I know y'all don't have to believe anything Catfish says. But them cigars, tell them how much they was auctioning off them cigars for last night.
Was it one? I mean, was one cigar went for, was it $210?
No, $350.
It was $350 for the cigar?
For one cigar, not the box that they was auctioning off.
That's what I was like. Oh my gosh. Like they started off at $200.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, open a drawer right there. There's one right there.
Oh yeah. I smoked one of these. They gave them, they're our new sponsor, Legend Cigar Company. Mustafa Saeed. You could tell he could probably roll a cigar. You can just tell. But he's a UT grad down in Florida, and they grow. Where'd they say they grow their own tobacco at?
Yep, they do. I mean, I forgot.
South America somewhere. Mm-hmm. It ain't this old North Carolina, East Tennessee burley tobacco. This is it. They're going to start a new line for VFLs. They're going to send them out to us. They're going to supply me with all my cigars. They're going to send them out to VFLs. And we're going to have them on the show. But they're a new sponsor. Legends. What is it? Legends Cigar Company. Y'all going to see more about them here in the near future. The owner of the Legends Cigar Company was fanboying when he came over and saw Billy. So Billy really the one that got us the new sponsorship.
That's not who it is. I don't believe him, guys. Catfish is hey, he knows what he's doing. He's playing that what you call the innocent bystander, the shy guy. The quiet boy.
But I pounced on it though, didn't I?
Yeah, but as soon as you get that hook in your mouth like a catfish, it's hard to get that hook out of the catfish mouth.
So then I knew the owner of the company, and they were some high dollar rollers, was at our table at the thing. Like I said, I got to get him. And we got him though, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I smoked one of these yesterday. Billy didn't, but there was a lot of good people out there. Jabari, all of them. Don Anderson and Patty at the Tap House. They donated $2,500 to the Legends of Tennessee Youth Camp.
Those guys made some money last night.
Yeah.
The camp made some good money last night.
Yeah, they were auctioning off all kinds of stuff. They had ashtrays that were made, I want to say, somewhere in the Middle East. I don't know where they was, but they were expensive ashtrays. They were like mahogany, and they had the emblems on it. Man, they just did it right. And they had all kinds. They had a cooler. They had chairs. They're just giving away stuff like drunken sailors over there.
What was the and also that a new bourbon had just started.
Oh, that's right. They had 3 or 4 bourbon people. What was the guy's name that was in White Man Can't Jump movie? He was at there last night. And he's from here in Knoxville. He started a bourbon company.
I keep forgetting about that. That is the movie that it was.
Yep.
Had the hat on with the little Jerry curl. Actually, he still got the Jerry curl.
Yeah, he did have the Jerry curl. He was rocking that Jerry curl, wasn't he?
Still have it, man.
Do you remember Coming to America with that family? They had the Jerry curl. They got up off the couch and there were grease spots everywhere.
See, and people used to think that's the reason why people used to keep the plastic on their couches back in the day. Just try to keep. That's the reason why they kept the plastic on it, Bobby. All that juice, man. All that soul glow.
Is that what it was called? See, I never had a Jerry curl, so I don't know.
I never had one either, man. I mean, I think I just don't know. I never had one. I know my cousin used to put like these S curls and Dukes and stuff in there to try to get waves and stuff in there, and then the little Jerry could put I never had it, man. I had that natural.
I had a buddy of mine in junior high school. He had a brush in his pocket the whole time. This is all he was doing the whole time with that brush. And he had these little humps in his hair. Mm-hmm. And he was just brushing his hair all the time. But anyway, that's just some memories from 35 years ago. Get some shout-outs over on Facebook, and I'll get some shout-outs on YouTube.
Okay, let's check it out. Well, of course, my main man, my other main man.
He better not be your main man.
David Newcomb on here, man. David's on here, man. Let's see, who else on here? He's, when you say about the government cheese, he said, makes the best grilled cheese sandwiches.
Not better than
I'm telling you, get a slice, it'll change your life. you be thinking your name is cheese. You be like, Travis, we're going to get that name changed. You're going to be Cheese 2 because I'm Cheese 1.
We're going to have to go to FEMA today and say, hey, get us a block of cheese. Me and Worm going to taste test this government block of cheese.
Let's see. Who else on here? Stuart Blackstock. What's up, Stu? That's one of my good friends, Stuart Blackstock. Travis Fosky. If I didn't pronounce that right, apologize. So how is Tennessee going to do this year in football? Guys, I'm going to tell you like this.
15-0. I promise you that.
It's been said.
That's how we're going to do.
Patrick Brown said, good morning, what's good? Billy Ryder, what's going on, Patrick? How you doing this morning? B. Sewell, Brian Sewell, how you doing, man? Brad McDaniel, good morning, guys. I think our defense as well as our offensive line will be vastly improved. Your thoughts? Thank you. Hey, we're going 15-0. They have to be improved.
What did Jabari say when he was on the show yesterday? Juice
predicted 9-3. I mean, that's a good record. I mean, I want 11 games, man. I want more than what we should have had last year. We should have had 10 last year. So I'm adding 1. I'll take 11.
I think 9-3 is where we're going to be at. I mean, realistically, I say we're going to go 15-0 here, but 9-3, I really think we can do it. But we got Oklahoma.
And
Oklahoma's better than BYU and Georgia State.
No, most definitely. Yeah, he said 9-3. I know why he said 9-3.
Why?
Because we won 8 games last year. He added 1.
That's true.
That's what I did. I said we was going 10 last year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about regular season. I think we can win 10 with the bowl game.
I'm taking 11, Bob.
Would you be happy with an 8-4 regular season?
No.
Me neither.
I'm not satisfied with losses. As long as you have that down in the column, I don't like them. No.
We beating Florida. That y'all can get that out of your head right now if you think that's going to be a close game. We're going to beat Florida. I hate to say this to kill a mom and SEC dog and all my Georgia fans over here on YouTube, we're going to give y'all a run for the money. We got 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 5 stars. That's 20 stars. Plus the center's a 4-star. That's 24 stars on the O-line. And that's not even counting the tight end.
Oh, gosh. I don't like stars, Bobby.
I do.
No.
I love them.
Like, I did like the little dumb saying that Butch said, the 5-star heart thing, but I didn't like the star. I like 5 hearts.
I didn't like that saying.
Because you know what I like about hearts, Bobby?
What?
They're beating.
Yeah.
Beating everybody. Asses right across from them, Bobby.
Hey, you know how people can have a political gaffe and they can say things that'll ruin their political chances? Well, that 5-star heart crap by Butch Jones, that was his political gaffe with Vol Nation. Do y'all agree with me on that? That was that, and he always said resilient. What was some of the other Butchisms he said? I can't even use the word resilient. Every time I try to put resilient out of my mouth, I want to vomit a little bit because it reminds me of Butch Jones.
Oh, man. He said Lyles won 9 games in year 3. Pressure's on pro.
Now, don't give me that SEC, dog. You know, y'all are worried. Admit it now. It's easier if you admit it. You can take a loss easier if you call it way before the season. Then you can tell everybody, I told y'all Tennessee was going to kick our butt.
Oh, man, I can't wait, man. This football's right around the corner, man. We start spring training a couple weeks from now. I can't wait to see those hearts in action, man.
Look up when the orange and white game is. I'm going to do some shout-outs
I think it was the 27th.
on YouTube. There better be some Go Vols in here. Ballard Sports Media, y'all go check his channel out. Dwayne RTR, he's always, Alabama fan, always in the YouTube chat over. You know why he's my favorite Alabama fan?
Why is that?
Because his son's a Tennessee fan.
Right. Can't go wrong with that. April 18, 2020, inside Neyland Stadium. Admission is free.
Better be free. LSU Tiger Cat, always in here. Great LSU fan. Go check her out on her YouTube channel. SEC Dog, great Georgia fan. Down there around Jacksonville. Michael Tarleton, my fishing buddy. We ain't never been fishing yet, but he's my Facebook fishing buddy. You know how you have Facebook friends? He's my Facebook fishing buddy. He's offered for me to come up there and go fishing with him, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, you went fishing here yesterday in Freesia.
Yeah, me and Isaac, Billy's boy, we went fishing. I got him a jig and trying to show him how to catch some crappie. Marie Martell said, good morning, Mr. Catfish and Billy. Sorry I'm late. That's all right. We was a couple minutes late. And Killamime, another great Georgia fans over here, said, good morning, Catfish and Billy. You guys are burning the candle at both ends like young fellas. Well, we ain't exactly young. But this question's for Tennessee fans, and I want some answers, and by God, y'all better agree with me. Rocky Top. When y'all singing Rocky Top at the game, that woo, I don't like that.
What you talking about when they hit the Rocky Top, Tennessee?
Woo! Do y'all do the woo or not the woo? I know everybody does it, but when they do it at a game, I just stay silent.
I like that. I just thought about that. I never noticed it doing it.
That ain't in the real original Rocky Top.
Yeah, that's like an auto. I mean, that's just like an automatic thing now.
I know. When did they start that? That's what I want. I want somebody in the comments section to tell us when they started that woo. Because my first game was a 1979 game at Neyland Stadium. I was 10 years old playing Notre Dame, and I don't remember no woo. Now, my memory might be a little foggy because I was a youngster, but we got an LSU fan. See, that tells you everything you need to know. If an LSU fan likes the woo, that means the woo is stupid.
Bobby, here, let me tell you something about the fight songs. It's amazing when other teams like your fight song. And you know the reason why they like your other people's fight song? They tired of hearing their own fight song.
Why? Because they scored too many touchdowns?
That's what I'm talking about. We used to hate it. As players, we like, man, we tired of hearing Rocky Top, man. But then we haven't heard it in about 3-4 weeks before the bowl game. And as soon as we head in the bowl game, it's time to go kick some butt again. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Woo!
I remember Reed L. Anthony used to say he hated Rocky Top more than any song ever.
Because he was tired of hearing it, boy.
But they always beat us, didn't he? I don't think he lost to Tennessee, did he? Yeah, he did. Was he on the 98 team?
If he was, he did.
Yeah, he could have. He could have lost to us. I don't know. Somebody look that up. Ric Flair. Well, that's different. Now you got me thinking, Michael Tarleton. Maybe I could pretend that Ric Flair is singing Rocky Top when we're doing a Ric Flair woo. Then I can buy it.
Yeah, I guess. But to me now, it's almost like, the anthem. I mean, it goes together.
I never liked it.
Like as soon as it's over, they automatically cheer. Woo!
Ballard wants to know where did the Vols rank in class rankings this year. I think we was 9 or 10. And are you talking about the recruiting rankings? What were we at? 9 or 10? What, we were 10? I think it depends on who you looked at. We was a top 10 recruiting class, and we're going to have Rico McCoy here at Billy's house, and we're going to do a preview on Tyler Barron, who Rico coached at Catholic High School, and he's showing up for a grown man. And we're going to do a preview. We're going to publish that here this weekend. Who else are we going to do? We're going to do somebody from Maryland. I might get Rico to do that defensive tackle from Maryland, from Baltimore, because old Rico, he's from up around that area, ain't he? Is he from around D.C. or Baltimore? Ain't D.C., isn't he?
Yeah, he's D.C.
Anyway, he said he gets off work at noon. He's going to come by, and he's great at VFL. He helped us during the season for our Sunday shows that we did. But anyway, we put on the title of this thing. This is for Jabari Davis's youth, Legends of Tennessee youth camps. They do a great job. Billy's going to help out this year. Have you ever been to one?
I have never been to one. I've heard a lot of great things about them. They do a good job, man, especially with the guys that they have out there teaching those kids, man. I mean, you have coaches. These guys are coaching high school ball. Guys have coached pro ball. They've coached college ball. And they have a lot of experience out there teaching these kids. And then, like what Jabari was telling me, what they was actually teaching these kids and wanting these kids to get from this camp, it blew me away. And I was like, I didn't realize they was doing all those things. And I like that. It's almost a mentorship that I think every kid deserved to have. And, I wish I had that when I was growing up. I didn't have that. I had different, mentorship. My parents was always there for me, well, my mom or whatever. But it was special when he said all those things. I was like, man, he's telling them, what they need to do or what he did to get to that situation. And kids listen to that thing when you have people that they think that are famous and they look up to them and they're doing well out in the community and they think, I want to be like that one day too. Go back to what it was and make me think of how when I was growing up, where people always say the slogan, the children are our future. These kids are our future to see them play ball or grow up and be successful out in the community.
Did you just bring up a Whitney Houston song?
Hey, yeah, I like that.
That was a Whitney Houston song.
Hey, that was on Coming to America.
The children are our future.
Remember that song on that show too?
On what show?
The children are our future.
I don't know that.
Sexual Chocolate. Coming to America.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's where they got to walk off and drop the mic from.
We got to watch that movie tonight. That's one of the best movies ever.
Well, I can tell you every saying on the movie.
Those princesses they had there, they was good looking.
Who?
The princess girls that from...
Yeah, they did. They most definitely was. Couldn't even imagine being a royalty. You are a royalty. I'm trying to be like you anyway.
David Newcomb says it's catchy. I hope you're not talking about the woo, David. Clyde agrees with Billy. This is cue the gang up on Catfish time. Everybody's gonna side with Billy.
Bobby, there's another saying: the truth shall set you free.
Brad McDaniel says every time someone taught stars. I think of Bryce Brown, 5-star, go Vols. Didn't he where'd he transfer to?
I forgot where he went.
Out in Kansas somewhere, wasn't it?
Was it? Let's see. I'll tell you real quick.
I think it was Kansas. I might be wrong, but it's been a while. Clyde Carl Miller IV wants to know which freshman is going to be the standout of the season. Who's going to be a playmaker? What was his name again? You had trouble saying?
Trouble? I never had trouble saying it. That was Malachi, man. That's my boy, man. Malachi Wideman, man.
You said you was going to name a fish after Malachi Wideman.
I don't even know if we said it right.
He did have a good one-handed catch. Y'all need to go check out that preview.
Bryce Brown, Kansas State.
Kansas State.
He ended up playing with Philadelphia. Bryce was a good running back, man. It's just we had too many running backs.
Yeah.
I love having too many running backs. I love having too many of every position.
Well, we had Gerald Riggs. He had a couple good seasons. Jabari David. Those 2000s and late from like 97 on, we had some running backs. We saw Troy Fleming there. He's a big old youngin'.
No, a lot of guys are bigger than youngins.
I believe he weighed more than me. I bet he went 270.
Yeah,
maybe more than that.
Yeah, that's heavy.
I'm 260.
Get older, man. Hey, the body just don't react to those calories you put in your body no more.
Wow. There was somebody else there. Who else was there? What's that?
He said, now that song is going to be stuck in my Hey, it's Friday, man. Wait, the songs is where it's at. Get music. Music and food always bring friends and family together.
We can always count on a Georgia fan to keep Volunteer Roadshow afloat and donate $9.99 to our super chat. Like clockwork, you set your clock to Shane Bentley. He said, well, gents, the wife is gone until Sunday. I think it's time to let the boys watch Coming to America. That's right. You're not too young to watch that. If she finds out, I'll just let her know that it was, you blame it on us. Let her know it was our idea. Hey, I watched that when it first came out.
Actually, now you got me. I'm going to watch it today too now.
I said we was going to watch it today. We needed to watch it.
So I'm going to draw my song. I'm going to put it on.
Yeah, thumbs up the video. Listen to LSU Tiger Cat. Thumbs up the video on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. We're on Twitter too.
Yeah, we're on Twitter. Hey, I forgot all about Twitter.
So we hadn't had anybody, only one vote for the Woo. Who else says they like the Woo? David Newcomb says, here on the Facebook side, we always side with Billy. That's just because you think you can start something with me. That's the only reason you side with Billy. Billy could say, I hate oxygen, and David Newcomb said, yeah, oxygen sucks. That's what David Newcomb.
Nope. Because me and David, we think alike in so many ways, man. I mean, like when we start talking, he's like, man, I'm almost thinking, dude, are you my brother? I'm like, wow. David's good people, man. He understands what it really means with life, man.
You're just buttering him up. Don't listen to him, David. He talks bad about you when the camera goes off. Man, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
David down 13 pounds right
now.
Man.
He said last night, he said, man, I hope David Newcomb ain't on the show in the morning. He's driving me nuts.
Matter of fact, David, how many pounds you down now, man? Because I was down like 10 last week, man. This is week 2 for him.
We got a beef over here in the YouTube side. Killer Mine says Ric Flair is a Dogs fan, and Dennis Wilson, who said good morning, Catfish and Billy, says Ric Flair not a dog fan. Shaking my head. I need to know. I always thought he was whoever was in the championship games fan. I think fan of that team. He was a bandwagon, I think, because he was always limousine riding, jet flying, something. What did he always say when he used to get on that mic?
The chat is on fire over there on YouTube.
He says, I got a feeling you're going to get the woo when y'all come to Athens. Hey, I don't care if they woo us.
You know what? Last night when we was looking at the schedule, man, we got Georgia in November, man.
Yeah, what's up with that? I like that.
I don't like that.
I do, because we're undefeated in November pretty much, except for Butch's last
That's
year.
what they're trying to do. They're trying to get us a loss in November.
You think that's what it is?
It got to be, man. But I like it, though. I mean, give us a chance to, get more physical and get all the kinks out. Because we got 3 games this year before we start SEC play this year.
I wouldn't be surprised because ESPN hates Tennessee. That's a fact. It's proven. You can't deny it. So I wouldn't doubt it if the SEC hated Tennessee and wanted to give us a loss in November. But we got Florida. They're moved back to what, the 4th or 5th game?
David just said what Rick used to say: limousine riding, jet flying, Rolex wearing, woman stealing, kid kissing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun.
That was Ric Flair.
Hey, he said, I was right. He's down 13 pounds.
Who?
David.
I'm down 13 ounces. I walked around the neighborhood a couple of days ago.
He's scared now that they got his body sore.
Yeah, Isaac got me playing one-on-one basketball now. That got me sore. My shooting arm, my elbow. I got like tendonitis in my elbow, follow through.
We're going to go shoot this afternoon.
Yeah, we got to.
We go to the gym.
Yeah, we need to go to the gym. You think I could take you one-on-one?
Not in the gym, Bobby. He's, he be taking me sometimes. I just be like, man, hey, I'll let you do that, knowing I didn't.
Yeah. See, my defense is, since I can't jump, I just try to scare you when you're trying to shoot. You make you think I'm going to block your shot.
Oh, wow. Georgia play Alabama in the 3rd game this year? Wow.
That's going to be a good game.
They got the schedules. Oh.
Alabama's in a free-for-all. I hate to say that, Dwayne RTR, but Georgia stole your strength and conditioning coach. I don't know. You can't count Nick Saban out. They got Charlie Strong. Just when you think you kicked the dirt in on Alabama, they find something to come back.
They do, man. I mean, but I still say this it is a turning point, man. They just lost a big piece of the pie. And that strength and conditioning is huge. It's huge. No one may believe me. Only people that's going to believe me are these kids that's playing, or they've been coached by a strength and conditioning coach, and they understand what it means. It's almost like they just lost their head coach in a sense.
There was a lot of people upset about that, and Saban wouldn't even let him say goodbye, so he was butthurt about it.
He was hot. He's hot. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it has to be something. I don't know if they butt heads or he just wanted to try something different.
Well, he wanted to be an on-the-field coach. That's what Georgia offered him, which I am shocked because he was the highest paid strength and conditioning coach in the country, over $1 million a year for a strength and conditioning coach, and he's not even going to be the head strength and conditioning coach at Georgia.
What?
He is not the strength and conditioning coach at Georgia. Unless they've changed some things around since they announced it. But Georgia fan, Killamine, SEC dog, Shane Bentley. See if y'all can back me up on that. I don't think Cochran's going to be the strength and conditioning coach at Georgia. I just think he's just going to be like special teams. And he's perfect for special teams, getting them hyped up.
Yeah, I can get that. I mean, special team is really, to be honest with you, that's a really important job. I didn't realize how important special teams was until after I finished playing, and now I realize why Coach Foreman was so strict on it. He was, anytime it was time for special team, you had to be set at attention. I don't care what position you was playing, you got to make sure you was aware of everything. And now I see why, because an extra point can kill you, a block punt can kill you, a missed block. There's so many things that can mess up, and it costs you the game. Yeah. We won some games like that with special teams.
Killamine just backed me up, Georgia fan. He said he's going to be the special teams coach. Well, that's a violent set of plays right there, is the kickoff return and the punt coverage. Fred White said he'd been knocked out like 4 or 5 times at Tennessee, and every one of them was either on punt return, punt coverage, something.
Yeah, well.
And we talked about that last night.
Because I still, I guarantee you he will still have something, give advice with the weight, with the strength and conditioning. And And it goes back to what I said. You know, you don't want to change strength and conditioning coaches like that rapid. You know, Georgia already have one. Leave him there. If anything, let this guy come in as an advisor to help him with that if that's the case.
You know he's going to be helping out with strength and conditioning.
Oh, he's going to be, I'm trying to tell you, he don't become this special team coach all of a sudden after being a strength and conditioning coach unless he was part of that. You know how long he was with Alabama forever doing that.
Yeah, he was known for yelling on the sideline, holding up 4 fingers in the fourth quarter. You know what? I'm tired of talking about Georgia and Alabama. We need some Tennessee people in over here on YouTube to make them happy. Our strength and conditioning coach is the best in the country. I don't know who it is. I don't know where he's ranked, but he's the best strength and conditioning coach in the country. Not the SEC, in the country.
He's doing great, man.
Do you know him? Have you met him?
I've only met him one time. And that was the one time where I took my nephew over to put him on the scale to get him weighed because he was too much for my scale.
Oh, he is a big old young. How much did he weigh?
405.
405. Golly.
Hey, but I got it off him though, Bob.
How much you get him down to?
I got him down to 363.
Well, heck, you need to be our strength and conditioning coach over there. You used to be and work in the strength and conditioning department at Tennessee.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Why, they don't pay enough?
Man.
I bet it pays more than a volunteer roadshow pays.
Bobby, if it was about the money, I don't need the money that bad. Wow. I don't miss it like that, Bobby.
Really?
That's too much. It's too time consuming. You don't have time for family or anything like that, man. I mean, I couldn't even coach in college now, man. Those guys don't have time for their families.
Yeah, but they make some bankroll though.
Yeah, I know, but when they retire, they die the next year.
We saw Terry Fair. He was coach last year, or year before last. I don't know, year before last.
But you know, you see what Terry Fair did, huh? Terry Fair got that weight off him.
Yeah. Who was that player that you said was defensive end? Was it Walker that we seen out there?
Chris Walker.
He looked like he was a wide receiver.
Yeah, Chris looked good, man. Like I tell him, man, all the defensive players, man. Hey, that weight ain't no good for you, man. I mean,
yeah, but you can't say all the defensive players looking good. But Fred White, he every bit of 280.
Deuce, I think Deuce getting it off him too, safety. Man. Deuce is working on it too. I see him. He hadn't posted anything in a while, but he's in the gym now.
What is it that when we had Dwayne Goodrich, the great cornerback at Tennessee, had a pick six in the national championship game? We had him on the show early before the season, and he said that he went out with Fred. Do you remember that? And they thought that Fred was a D tackle and Dwayne was a linebacker or something.
That's right. Oh man, I remember when Terry Fair had just came back for like one of the events that we had at Tennessee, and he's a great Coach Chavis impersonator. You missed it last night.
I heard a little bit of it, but I didn't know that too. He was impersonating.
Yeah, that's what everybody started listening to him. I said, the only reason why you're here, man, because you thought you was gonna be Coach Chavis tonight, and that's when he broke it out. He does it great. I mean, most of the defense.
Give me your impersonation of Chief.
I can't talk like Chief, man. I can Chief. Chief just, that's a different. We'll get Rico to do it. I guarantee you, Rico can do it.
And we'll get him.
I guarantee
I bet you
Rico can do it.
We got
as many times he was in that meeting room.
How many times did Chief get in your butt?
Chief never.
In your butt.
Never.
Bull.
Never.
I bet Rico's going to call bull on that. I think he got it. The way I hear it, Chief was in everybody's butt.
I'm going to tell you like this here, Bobby. I never gave anybody a chance to get in my butt. As long as I'm putting that person across from me in place, I'm good. Now, if I slack up and didn't put him in his place for just an ounce, put him like halfway, they might say something, but they'll be like, I need you to do what you've been doing, big boy.
You can't tell me Chief didn't ever say, come on, Worm, you're 3 laps behind.
No, because I was 3 laps ahead. See, I was lucky, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We was running with D linemen. I mean, I was a D lineman, but we were in with the O line, D line would run together. And if you ever see how the offensive linemen would run, it would be like You know how like a horse is running when they get ready to go inside the gate, just that little gallop like they're in place, like they just. Well, that's how offensive linemen. More arms moving than their legs.
What was that guy? Different strokes he used to go. What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, so when you can run with the offensive lineman, you just in cruise control. Maybe go up a little bit in front of them.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot. If the offensive lineman was lined up over here, the defensive lineman lined up over here, and they're facing the same direction at the goal line, who would make it to the other goal line first? Now, come on, everybody involved, Nation Seed, Big Cat, how long it took him to get down on that fumble recovery. I want to know who would win.
It depends on what the D lineman is. I can run backwards.
All of them. Who would be the first one down
the
there?
D line will be there first. Backwards.
And who would be the first one down there on the D line?
Leonard Little.
Yeah, I can see that. He would beat you?
Yeah. I'll be on his tail now.
Yeah, but he really ain't considered D line. I'm talking about D tackle.
Oh, I got that automatic. That's easy.
Well, that wouldn't be fair to put a defensive end slash linebacker
I didn't care
in
if it
that
was
race.
defensive. I mean, Leonard, I give him hell too. I'm on his heels.
Is he still got six-pack abs like he did?
Man.
Remember when he used to come out at the coin toss and he'd have his shirt up just a little? He acted like it was all on accident, but it was to show his six-pack abs off.
Everybody was doing that, man. Tie that shirt up short. See, I tie mine like to the very belt line. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want that kid to hang out like that. But Leonard, he looks just like he looked when he played ball, man. He might be even bigger. Less body fat now.
I'll never forget that hit, the SEC championship game against Auburn. He popped that guy and knocked him in the next week and was standing over him. Remember that? Mm-hmm. You get a call for a flag doing that now, wouldn't you?
Oh, gosh. He'll be ejected for that now. I mean, it's just, gosh. They just won't let them play football no more. They want to see 100-point score now.
Yeah. All right, so who would win out of the offensive linemen, from all the offensive linemen that played when Billy Ratliff played? Who would be the first one? Let me guess. Spencer Riley.
Nope. Chad Clifton.
He could get that much weight down there before anybody.
Chad can move, man. Chad could get it. Chad he can get it, man. I mean,
he can beat your boy Rito down there in Big Scoob.
Oh yeah, Scoob. I mean, man, you must ain't see all that junk in Scoob's junk, man. I mean, he
was a big youngin.
Man, he wasn't fast, but if he get his hands on you, he will move with you. He had good feet, but offensive linemen slow, man.
Yeah, they are slow, but they maul you. Hey, we got Randy Wilson. Glad to have you back in here. Say good morning, Billy and Bobby. Good morning. How you doing? Somebody's over here running their mouth. Some Georgia fans. I gotta read this, Billy. Oh, what does it say? Starts out. Shane Bentley starts flapping his gums. He says, "Catfish, at least y'all have Cade Mays' dad's pinky finger." That was a cheap shot. And then somebody said, "A little gamesmanship from Kirby's," what Killamon said. An SEC dog, just keep Mr. Mays away from folding chairs that fold. Now that's redundant. Folding chairs better fold. Let's see. You kill him, he said, "Get Mr. Mays to give you a high 4.
Dude, y'all something else this morning, man.
Shane Bentley, another Georgia fan, says those chairs though. Yeah. What's that SEC dog say? He said, and maybe Kay can find an easier major than basket weaving. Underwater soap carving may be better for me. And glad to have David Johnson here. He says, "I'm ready for some football. Damn, let's go." Well, we got some football. Spring practice starts, what, in a week or two?
Yep, right around the corner. Less than 2 weeks, I think.
Now tell me something. How ready were you for spring practice? Did you hate spring practice? Tell the truth now, because I'm gonna find out the truth.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I mean, because it was football. You know, I mean, only thing I didn't like about football is watching film. Because that's where they critique everything you do, everything. Like practice, they come in and it's like You know how when you was in class as a kid and they played like these animal stuff and history stuff and you over there dozing off and stuff and
I can see Sean J sleeping.
No. Sean was a comedian 24/7, man. He was in there drawing somebody all the time.
And you know you could probably he
he's-
could probably draw them better than you could take a picture. I've seen his art.
I'm telling you, man. If you sit there long enough, he'll draw you.
We need to get him to draw me and you like a caricature.
You know, if he would have drawn, you know what he would draw?
What?
A catfish and a worm.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
a
he
catfish
did.
eating
Yeah.
the worm.
I'm not even going to ask him.
That's why I didn't want. He's thought about that slogan. I was like, no, catfish ain't about to eat the worm.
He's down there in the Bahamas. He sent us a picture feeding the pigs on the beach.
Yeah, he was scared as I don't know what feeding that pig. He did that for the camera.
Anyway, guys, we've been on here for 46 minutes. Anybody else come in on Facebook over there?
Let's see.
David Newcomb's. What is Marvin Klein? Were you faster than Debo? Hey,
Yeah.
Debo! Come on, wear that Reese.
Hey, but the thing is about Debo, he'll tell you, no, he wasn't. Because that's the competitor that we had so much competition, man. We was fast. You go look at D-line times all across America that year. They said Florida State had us. Man, come on. They didn't have nobody that can outrun anybody on my defensive line.
Well, when we started having people on the show early in the season, we had Philip Fulmer, we have Fred White, Sean Johnson, Jeff Hall. We had a bunch of VFLs, Antron people, and they all said, my partner, they witnessed him run a 4.5 40 at 280 pounds. I can't even run a 5.5 40, Billy, and I'm 260.
Baby, I run a 9.9 right now.
I bet I can't even get under 10 seconds on a 40 right now. I get about 30 yards down and I pull a hamstring.
It's going to be before that for me because you're going to call 911 and get them to come get me. I'm tapping out after that first 5 yards. That's what I do when I'm training kids too. Hey, I'm hell with 5 yards right now. I get them those 5 yards and I get up to them and say, ooh, you know how they be doing that viral video, be like, oh! So I get them first 5 yards, they quit.
Who was the fastest defensive lineman? You can include yourself in this between 1995 and 1999 when you was there.
Now, if you take Leonard out the situation.
None of the sleek defensive end. I'm talking about D tackles.
D tackles?
Was Jeff Coleman, was he fast or slow?
Jeff was he was fast. Jeff was a defensive end too.
Oh,
before he moved down to DT.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I'm hands down it was me. Then it would probably be Darwin. Then it would be Jeff. Then I probably would say, who else was over there that would have been pretty fast? Will Overstreet was DN.
What about Bill Duff?
Duff was a ox. He was so strong. The technique, man, his hands, God.
You know what I'd like to do? We need to sponsor an MMA fight. And just say, they probably wouldn't fight each other. But Bill Duff against Tyrone Hines. Who would win that back in the day?
I wouldn't want to see that, man. That would be like Hulk Hogan and Superman. That's just, you can't do that.
I think Tyrone will win. I don't know.
Duff was a wrestler, man.
Yeah, he did some. Yeah.
You need to switch that and go Bill Duff and like Fred Weary or something like that.
I forgot about
those.
Fred
Were
Weary.
those.
What years was Fred Weary there?
We were there for a while.
Was he in your class?
Wasn't in my class. I mean, I played with him for 2 years? He was there 2 seasons.
So he's before you, or after?
After me.
After you. I can't remember.
Yeah, Weary came. He was part of that, I think, 97 class.
So he's from the class that Dwayne Goodrich said was the greatest
Nice.
class ever.
Fred with the Cozy, all those guys.
Oh, that was You think Cozy could beat Clifton?
What, running?
Yeah. He was light on his feet though.
Light on your feet ain't gonna do nothing if you ain't going forward with it. You floating.
Well, let's see what we got going over here. Steve Davis, morning y'all. Go Big Orange. Shane Bentley. Yeah, just make sure before you do it, Bobby, and get some Bengay afterwards. I need to take a Bengay bath.
Yeah, he said Big Cat. Big Cat was slow, man. Go look at the Auburn game where he had to return the fumble, man. I'm trying to find somebody to block. I was bored. Like, come on, Cat.
Billy Ratliff was down in the end zone eating a ham sandwich before Sean Ellis got down there.
I was like, man, what are you doing? Where'd they go block them all the way back there so they wouldn't catch them?
But it was hot that day. You got to defend him a little bit.
Hot,
I remember
I think
they were showing on the TV.
Yeah, it was hot.
Hot.
I remember every time we came to the sideline, they had oxygen and everything. It was hot. The humidity was bad.
Wow. David Johnson said Billy could still get the job done on the field today.
David, I give them 2 plays and I'll be done. And those 2 plays, I may not make a play. I'm going to make a pile. They're going to run around me. And when I do make that pile, somebody going to be able to make the play because I'm taking 2 of them with me. Oh, man, it's 8 o'clock.
It is 8 o'clock. Volusia Orange Clemson says, good evening. How's the tennis progressing? I don't know what that means. We're going 15-0 if that's what you're asking. We're going undefeated, so Clemson's going to have to look out for Tennessee. We're the new kings of the SEC starting today. So we're going to get on out of here because Uncle Lou's fixing to start up his live stream, him and BVD. So, anyway, y'all know what's coming next. Thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. Like I just said, the Big Orange, the Tennessee Volunteers from Knoxville, Tennessee, UT Knoxville football team is the king of the hill going forward. We're going to win the SEC. If it ain't this year, it'll be next year. If it ain't next year, I promise it'll be in 2022. I promise you that.